Hey everyone, it's Jen. Yes, I'm here in the dark. Oh, yeah, there's real eyes behind the glasses. I'm looking down at my own picture right there. Hi. So, everybody, welcome. This is kind of a impromptu video. I do these from time to time. Maybe I'll add a little more light. Beautiful lady, Bridget. Please join us in our session of light. It's a be the fan on probably a little too high, but it's very hot. We're only gonna have the one candle tonight. Okay. Hey everyone, it's Jen, and I know it's late and I'm still up, but I had a kind of a moment, an epiphany tonight. I think you guys can't even see me in the light. I'll try to move up just a little closer. So basically what happened, it's last night in the middle of Magical Mondays. Coyote in the middle, like towards the end, but still. Coyote came in and let me know that the refrigerator is apparently stopped working. And that's a lot of chaos. I have tried to replace that refrigerator so we wouldn't get to this point, and literally, the store sent us the wrong refrigerator, the one that would not fit in our door after I'd ordered a different one. And they actually charged me for the more expensive one. That was kind of frustrating. So it got put on the back burner, got put on hold. Other things are going on. We're doing this, we're doing that. You know how it goes, right? Every day. Last night, the refrigerator gave out. We did all the stuff we're supposed to. We cleaned the coils and everything. And this morning, Coyote says, let's call a repairman. That wasn't what I thought was the best. Maybe I should edit that out. Maybe not. This is a draw. But at the same time, I needed to put his mind at ease and let him know that he'd done everything he could. And so that's what we did. Hide under cat. Yes, we're doing a video. Kitten is here. I don't want him to get too close to the candle. Of who might come and join us. I'm trying to illuminate my face with it so I don't have all the lights on. Right? I have a tail. Cute tail. There's a cat attached. Okay. So we call the repairman. The repairman says it's not worth it. So we went and bought a new refrigerator today. But it brought up for me this idea of I'm working on something, and this happens my whole life. I have a plan, I'm working on it, I'm making things happen, and then all of a sudden something goes awry. In some cases, it actually pulled me completely off of what I was trying to do before. So, I'm sitting here with you tonight. It's 12:30 at night, and I'm trying to make sure that everything that needed to go out today has gone out today. And everything tomorrow is about getting ready for the new refrigerator to come. And if you guys know my house, that's going to be a little bit of a challenge because what does Jen do? Jen teaches, Jen runs things, Jen doesn't really do a lot of organizing around the house lately. The projects are stacking up. And so I said, what is causing this? I've never had this problem before. I would always do more than most people ever did. And people say to me, how did you do all this, Jen? How did you get it all done? And I'm starting to question that lately. How did I get it all done? So I meditated on it. And I thought about something that my sister told me years ago about being the eye of the storm. All the chaos is going on around you, You hold your center and you are the eye of the storm. So let's talk a little bit about that. And it's simply called, I call it the I method. And it's basically E is enter your center. Y is yield what is not yours to control. Yes, I have my notes in front of me. You know me well. E is engage the next sacred action. Okay, so we're going to go over that slowly here. I might introduce it again. So because this entire week has just felt like so much chaos, one thing after another, each one arriving before I'd finished handling the thing that came before it. If you know that feeling, I just decided that my plans were already full. And so when our responsibilities are already demanding our attention, you're going to do everything that we know how to do. And then life throws another problem into the middle of the room. Screen it. There you are. I'm blocking the wind. That's why I have my arm up like this. Okay. And I'm looking at my picture to make sure I'm lighting up here. I should stop doing that. So, um, we often say that we want to be calm in the storm, but I don't think calm means pretending the storm isn't happening. So let's look at that a little bit. The eye of the hurricane doesn't deny the wind. It's still the place from which we can see what the wind is doing without becoming the wind ourselves, right? So tonight, I want to talk a little bit about calming the chaos, not controlling everything around us, but by returning to the place from within us, which we choose our response. Chaos is not failure. And I really want you to own it, because chaos is not proof that your magic has failed or you have failed or anything has failed. A broken appliance is not a message that you are out of alignment. An unexpected expense does not automatically mean you have blocked abundance. A difficult week does not mean the universe is telling you to abandon your dream. Sometimes refrigerators simply break. Magic does not exempt us from being human. Magic gives us a way to meet the human experience with greater awareness, intention, and personal authority. And if you've been to my meetups, if you've been to my meetings, then you know that this is a very big, very common thread for me. So when several things happen at once, our attention scatters. Everything begins to feel urgent, and we try to solve tomorrow, next month, the refrigerator, the family, the finances, the business, the entire future in one setting, right? I'm sorry, keep looking at the picture, make sure I'm still in it. What is that? That is when we lose our center. We don't lose our power because the storm exists. We lose access to our power. We send our energy racing in every direction at once. So let's bring it back. I method. The first step is to enter your center before you try to solve the situation. Place both feet on the floor if you can, and then feel the surface beneath you. Let your shoulders soften. Soft, soft. There you go. Take a comfortable breath in and allow the breath out slowly and easily. Even just one is fine. I like to do 2 or 3. So again, breathe in, forcing it, and exhale gently. You don't need to be completely calm. You are simply telling your body, I am here, I am present, and I am not abandoning myself. Research, you heard me talk about the research, right? Research suggests that slow, comfortable breathing can support the body's regulation systems and reduce emotional arousal. Bruce Lee called it emotional content, right? But magical practitioners have long understood another part of this. The breath calls scattered energy home. Think about that for a moment. The breath calls scattered energy home. Wow. Now imagine your energy returning from every person, problem, nullification, notification, bill, obligation, and future responsibility. Anything. Bring it home. Call it back without anger and say out loud, I call my energy home to me. I return to the center of my authority. You are not trying to empty your mind. You are gathering yourself. That's an important one. Everyone's always, I can't relax my mind. I can't empty my mind. We're not trying to empty our mind right now. We're trying to call our energy back. Okay? Y is the letter Y, and yes, is Y, sign language. Yield what is not yours to control. Interesting. We've heard that one before, haven't we? Yield what is not yours to control. God, the serenity prayer. Goddess, grant me the courage to change the things I can. Goddess, grant me the serenity to change the things that I can, the courage to change, to accept the things I cannot change, and the wisdom to know the difference. That's it. Goddess, grant me the courage to change the things I can, the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, and the courage to know the difference. That's a good one. Been around a long time. It's used a lot. So next we ask, what belongs to me in this moment and what does not? The refrigerator may need to be repaired or replaced. That belongs to a practical situation. But I do not need to solve every future financial possibility in the same moment. I can make a phone call, I can protect the food, I can gather information, I can ask for help. And yes, that's exactly what I did. I cannot make the appliance become something it is not. Yielding is not surrendering your power. It is refusing to waste power fighting what we call reality. Okay? So I'm not going to go too deep into that right now, but this you do not need to waste your power. I got a jelly cat. Watch out, it's hot. Yes. You have had altar training, you know hot. He's like, oh, that's a candle. Yes, he was altar trained as a kitten. Okay, back to work. Back to sharing. Imagine placing everything you cannot control outside of your circle for now. It still exists, but you do not have to hold it inside your body. Okay? We know it's there. We know it exists, but we don't need to hold it here right now. And I do that by saying, I release the demand that I control every outcome. I keep the wisdom to recognize what is mine to do. You know me, I always say, let go and let the universe handle it. If I can trust in the universe, which, to me, that means all of the divine, any way you choose to define the divine, then that is what I do. I trust the universe. I trust the universe to help me right this situation and not necessarily feel I must control every little step of the way. This is spiritual discernment. Not every gust of wind deserves your pursuit. Not every fear is prophecy, and not every interruption is an omen. Remember that. Don't put too much power into these things that really are powerless. Engage the next sacred action. So ask yourself, what is the next useful thing? Not the next 17 things, not how to, oh my gosh, how to save the food, replace the refrigerator, pay for it, launch my program, take care of everyone, and guarantee that nothing else goes wrong. Yeah, I go there. Don't you? Don't we all? What is the next sacred action? It may be putting perishables into a cooler. Ding, ding, done. It may be making one phone call. Ding, ding, done. It may be writing one paragraph. Didn't have to, actually. It may be, yeah, it is, actually. I did, didn't I? I did. I wrote a paragraph. I wrote a little more than a paragraph. It may be resting for 20 minutes so you can think clearly. Oh, and also giving myself the time to have some downtime tonight rather than pushing through the next phase on the project, getting ready for the delivery on Friday. I had time. I shut down. And that's one of the things I loved when I was in Tucson, was when we were in Tucson with our friends going to the gym fair. That was so much fun. And everything closed up at 5 o'clock, so we had to go back and relax. Isn't that cool? We actually got a chance to relax. So setting a time where you're saying, okay, but now it's time to shut down, take care of myself, give myself some time to breathe, and then tomorrow we start again. The action becomes sacred because you choose it consciously. Okay, remember that. I have my hand on my I'm sitting here like this because it blocks the wind. I cannot turn off that fan. It's been too hot. Oh, action becomes sacred because you choose it consciously. Feel that for a moment. This is where intention becomes magic. Magic is not only the candle we light or the words we speak. Magic is the moment when we gather our energy and direct it towards the chosen result. So do one thing, complete it, or take it as far as you can, and then turn to the center and ask again, what is mine to do now? That's how we move through the chaos without giving the chaos command of our lives. This experience, I think about it a lot with the legacy collection coming up. This is a recurring theme in my life where I'm working on something that is near and dear to my heart, and I can't get it done because of this or because of that. And I decided on legacy collection, no matter what happens, it's happening. Maybe not in a certain time frame, although we're still on track for launch. Part of me has wanted to create the perfect conditions for its launch. Everything ready, everything organized, every question answered, every interrupted time to give it the attention it deserves. But legacy is not created under perfect conditions, is it? These teachings came from my problems I needed to solve. They refined me through decades of practice, service, mistakes, responsibility, healing, leadership, and beginning again. The legacy collection is not meant to present a life in which nothing goes wrong. It's a lifetime of wisdom for people who are living real lives. People with jobs, families, health concerns, financial pressures, spiritual questions, broken appliances, and dreams that matter in the middle of all of it. Its promise has always been, a lifetime of wisdom, learning at my own pace, and I never learned alone. I always had someone with me. And that's why you're seeing these words when I pass this on to you daily, telling you about the 5 or the 6 um, different groups that I'm teaching. So perhaps this chaotic week is not interfering with the message. Perhaps it's demonstrating, to me anyway, why the message matters. I don't need to launch from frantic energy. I don't need to force, chase, or prove. I can enter my center. I can yield what I cannot control. I can engage the next sacred action. One lesson, one invitation, and one conversation at a time. Like this conversation right now. Having a conversation with you rather than sitting somewhere else being perfect in everybody's eyes. Someone once said to me they didn't want to tell me something because they were afraid I would think poorly of them. And I wondered if sometimes because I'm just totally honest with who I am, maybe some people don't see that that's just human. And that's the human experience, to be imperfect. I used to always say, I still say it, when we die, we go back to living our real life. We go back to the way our real reality is, in my opinion. We go back to who and what our soul experience is. We learn what we did right, what we did wrong, and then in my opinion, what we do is figure out what we want to do next. What's our next lifetime going to be like? I've heard many tell me they're not coming back to this planet. I don't know yet. I haven't decided. So if you're living through a storm right now, place a hand over your heart or your center or both. Breathe. One comfortable breath. Ah, and then repeat after me. I am not the storm. I am the one who witnesses the storm. I call my energy home. I release that which is not mine to control. I choose the next sacred action. From my center, I create. You don't have to calm the whole world today. You only need to find a place within you that the world cannot command. And from that place, you take your next step. This is how we calm the chaos. That is how we practice magic in the real world. And that is how we build a legacy. Thank you for listening. I hope it helps. And it certainly has helped me to share it with you tonight and get me back on track. Remembering to walk the walk, not just talk the talk. If you're looking for teachings that can live with you in the middle of real life, I hope to get it all in the Legacy Collection. And I look forward to meeting with you, talking to you about it. Thank you so much again for listening. Have a fabulous night and blessed be. Bye for now.